This message is for my ladies who are on the path of healing their feminine energy and for those who are done seeking answers outside of themselves. And if you resonate with this, then I know, my love, that you are somebody who has decided to take the full responsibility of your life into your hands by turning inward to your body, to your breath, to the memory of who you were before the world told you who to be. So, if this sounds interesting to you, then stay here because I'm going to share with you 10 codes that are not just words, but are like soul mirrors on the path of healing your feminine energy. Each of these codes holds a truth that I wish every woman remembers in her bones while walking the path of feminine healing. So, code number one is she remembered who she was and the game changed. The moment a woman realizes her true worth, the moment she allows herself to see herself as is without becoming something else, without forcing herself to become something new, then this is where her true journey begins. She starts to walk on the path of remembering that she is a powerful being in this beautiful feminine vessel. Her feminine is both gentle and fierce. Her softness is her superpower. And she realizes that she's not broken. She has been just buried under the layers of all these shoots that she has been carrying in her life. So when you allow yourself to start removing all these layers from your system and you remember who you really were before the world silenced your voice, your rhythm, your beauty, and your wildness, then this is where everything shifts. Code number two is the wound is the place where the light enters you, by the very famous Rumi. In my experience, healing my feminine energy has been the deepest journeys of my life, the deepest healing journey for me. And it's no bed of roses. It's dark, it's ugly, it's mysterious. It forces you to come face to face with your deepest wounds. So remember that feminine healing journey is not gonna always look graceful. Sometimes it'll look like rage, like intense anger flowing through your body. Sometimes you'll be on the floor crying profusely, releasing old grief. And sometimes you will just sit in the silence of surrender. But remember that this pain is not here to punish you. It is here to transform you, also to purify you to the deepest level, to awaken the parts of your soul that only pain could touch. So every wound is a doorway, let the light in. And code number three is, it's very interesting. Your body is a living record of every yes you never meant. How many times have we betrayed ourselves to please others? How many times have we suppressed our expressions to make others feel comfortable? How many times have we chosen not to shine only to fit in? All these silent no's and sufferings turn into aching shoulders, a tight throat, and a gut that doesn't just feel right. The feminine in you starts to heal when you allow yourself to speak your truth, speaking it and living it. Because your body remembers everything and it is always telling you the truth. Code number four is your softness is not your weakness. It is the return of your true strength. Softness is one of the most attractive as well as powerful quality of the feminine. But since childhood, we were taught to harden ourselves, to armor up, to be loud, to be heard. But your feminine power, it lies in your softness that you have been trained not even to look at. Why? Because of the perception that we have carried within us to see softness as weakness. But when you return to your softness, when you start to experience the embodied understanding of your softness, you will see that this is something really powerful that exists within you. And this is exactly where your true power lives. It lives in your ability to be vulnerable, intuitive, nurturing, and still unshakable. Soft doesn't mean small, soft means sovereign. Code number five is she never needed to be saved. She only needed to be seen and remembered. Your healing is not about fixing yourself. It is about being witnessed, being finally witnessed by you in your rawness, in your chaos, and in your divine humanity. You have to let go of your self-judgment of being too much. What if being too much is exactly what you're supposed to be? It's exactly how you're supposed to function. What if you are here to inspire others, to love themselves a little more by you first owning your too muchness. Remember, love, you're not a problem to solve. You are a woman who longs to be met without judgment, without shame. So don't try to save yourself. Try to see yourself as is and remember your power. Code number 6 is your emotions are not too much, they are messages. Look, if the feminine knows one thing better than anyone else is her ability to feel. She is the ocean, vast, unpredictable, and full of life. But somewhere along the way, we lost touch with this ocean within us. We learned to fear our emotions, as if feeling emotional or being sensitive or intense were like problems to have. But the truth is, your emotions are your sacred signals from the body. Learning to feel your emotions without drowning is the deepest feminine mastery. So don't be afraid of your too muchness. Learn to embrace your emotions and let them transform you in a beautiful way. Quote number 7 is to heal your feminine is to return to the rhythm of your body. We live in a world that celebrates constant movement, that rewards hustle, that pushes us to override the signals of our body to meet a deadline, prove our worth, or keep up. But the feminine within us was never meant to move this way. Your body, your feminine body, holds a deeper rhythm, a pulse that is ancient, intuitive, and deeply wise. It whispers through your breath, through the heaviness in your chest, through the tension in your womb that something feels off. And to heal the feminine is to pause, to listen, and to ask your body, what do you need from me today? It's learning to no longer abandon yourself and make your body suffer to keep up with the world's pace, and instead reclaiming your connection with it. Code number 8 is you don't have to bloom all year long. Look at nature. The moon waxes and wanes. The flowers bloom and then rest. Even the earth surrenders to winter. But somewhere along the way, we have been conditioned to believe that our value lies in constant doing, that we must always be productive, always perfect, and always performing. But the feminine is cyclical. She honors pause. She welcomes the inward season. She knows that there is sacredness in stillness. If you are in a moment right now where you feel lost, that your life is crumbling and you feel empty, let it be okay. You are not broken, you're just in your winter, and winter is what prepares you for your spring. Code number 9 is the feminine path is not linear, it spirals. Healing is not a straight line. It's not a checklist. You don't graduate from your pain just because you have felt it once. The feminine path will bring you again and again back to the same wound, but each time you meet it differently. You will return with more awareness, more softness, more love for the parts of you you once rejected. So remember, you're not going backwards, you're going deeper. This is the spiral, the sacred return. And every time you walk that spiral, you get closer, not just to your healing, but to your truth. Code number 10 is that a healed woman not just walks differently, she remembers her divinity. Healing isn't just about feeling better. It's about remembering who you are. When you've faced your shadows, held your inner child in the dark, danced through the heartbreak, and softened into your scars, something shifts. You begin to move differently, not with perfection, but with presence. You don't need to prove yourself anymore. You don't need to shrink yourself to fit in boxes. You don't betray your body to be loved. You carry yourself like you know you are sacred because you are. Not someday, not the day when you're completely healed, but today, right now, as you are. These are the 10 codes that I want you to remember as you're walking this very beautiful journey. And these codes, as you can feel, that these are not just pretty words. These are the soul codes for the woman who refuses to abandon herself ever again. Each one is a call to rise, to soften, to reclaim, to walk like the sacred, powerful force that you are. So when the world tries to tame you, push you, dim you, or rush you, come back here because your healing is not small, it's revolutionary. And every time you choose yourself, you are rewriting the story for every woman who came before you. So tell me which of these quotes lit a fire in your belly today. If you want to share that, you can drop it in the comments. Let's set this space ablaze with truth. And I'll see you next time.